film this great travel and food show called View and Chew, coming to a streaming service near you. Check it out. It's already getting cold in New York. Degrees right now. That's something in Celsius for you guys. I have no idea. And the leaves are already starting to fall. This is actually my favorite season of the year. That's cute. A couple baby deers just ran across the street and the parents just let them. That was a pretty funny deer. Before heading off and meeting friends for food, just stopping by and getting tested again. In New York, they recommend that you get tested once every 2 weeks. And the place I go to give your results in under an hour. So usually what I do is I get tested, then I wait around for the results. And when I know I'm good, I'm off to meet people, not taking any chances. And while I wait, a huge shout out to Surfshark VPN for sponsoring this video and continuing to support this channel. If you guys don't have it already, I highly recommend getting a VPN. Because what a VPN is a virtual private network, and there's a lot of benefits, especially when things are opening up, you're going out more, and you start using different hotspots, connecting your devices to all these unsecure networks. That could be a problem. So what Surfshark VPN does is that it secures your data before it travels through the internet, so that the people you don't want having access to your information, they won't have access to it. I always give this example. Try Googling any keyword or any product. Next thing you know, you're flooded with ads from that product or brand. I mean, nobody likes creepers, and digital creepers, not better. And this will even happen if you're just having a casual conversation with your friend about something. I mean, honestly, at home, I swear, besides the ghost kids across the street from me, Alexa is also listening to what I say. Surfshark also has hack lock ID, so anytime someone's trying to access something like your email, you're gonna get notified right away. So we all need to secure our personal data, our personal information as much as possible, especially now when identity theft, digital crimes are all on the rise. You gotta be safe. Also, another benefit, I'm about to travel to Korea, so I'm gonna be utilizing this. You can actually use Surfshark VPN to set whatever country you want streaming services like Netflix or Hulu to think you're in. And when you are in different countries, there are actually different video catalogs on Netflix. So when you finish watching every single thing in your local region, switch to another country and keep watching. What I don't like though is switching to Japan and watching anime because there's no English subtitles. I mean, I know it doesn't make sense that they would add English subtitles, but it's just inconvenience. Because a lot of great anime on Japan Netflix. So if you want to try Surfshark out, go to the link down below, use my promo code Dumpling, and you will get 83% off your order. 83%, and you'll get 3 months extra for free. You can try it out for 30 days, and if you don't like it for whatever reason, you get your money back. All right, I think my results are almost ready, so let's go grab that and go grab some food. I'm in Chelsea. This is a neighborhood in Manhattan, and this is where I spent most of my time while I was living in New York City. This is where I worked. I was here 7 days a week, oftentimes slept at the office, so I'm really familiar with all the stuff to eat around here. Not much to do, some stuff to eat. But in this video, I want to show you guys some of the foods I found, some amazing, delicious foods I found while I was on an extremely tight budget. A lot of people may not know, New York City, it's really expensive to live, obviously, but to eat, not so much at all. So like I said, I'm gonna show you guys some amazing cheap eats that I've had before. I'm gonna show you guys some places that I've never been to, but we're gonna go try together. And we're gonna start all that off with something I ate almost every single morning for like 10 years. New York City bagel. My favorite bagel in New York City. I was at this place before it became really popular. Now it's just lying out the door. I'm gonna tell you why I feel like the New York City bagel is one of the tastiest, most iconic, and also one of the cheapest filling meals you can ever have in the city. Because each of these ginormous, that second ginormous was an echo because of how ginormous this is. These massive, delicious, must-try items in New York. With the cream cheese, about $4.30. Without the cream cheese, just a bagel, which I will show you. Close to the size of my face, $1.40. And what's great about New York City bagel places is the fact that they give you so much cream cheese. What I used to do, because one bagel is never enough for me, I would get a cream cheese bagel and a regular bagel for a total cost of under $6. And I will share the cream cheese from one bagel with the other bagel. Now, I don't think it's a coincidence when I just started talking about the bagel and I unwrapped it, the sun just hit it spot on. It's like anointing it, the king of New York food. Look at how much cream cheese is in here. And I always get the everything bagel toasted. And the telltale sign of a true New York bagel is this. If you get bagel in most places around the world, the toppings like sesame and whatever, it's only on the top. Not in New York, covered everywhere. Because we like our flavor. Now, if you never had a New York City bagel before, I envy you, I do, because you get to put it in your mouth for the first time and taste this food royalty for the first time. Because how good the New York City water is, I'm not joking about this, that's why the pizza and bagels here taste so scrumptious. Toasty on the outside, warm and chewy and doughy inside with that deliciously smooth cream cheese. 100% needs to be on your food bucket list. If you came to New York City and didn't have one of these, or you got one from a street cart, come back and get this. It's worth the trip. So again, what I used to do to save money is I would just take the bagel, and you can see the amount of cream cheese on here, and I would eat it like this. And then I would take my other everything bagel. I'm on the hood of my car, so I don't have a knife or anything, but usually I would be in my office. I would be able to cut it in half and be all tidy about this, but you get the idea. And then I would just spread the cream cheese, the excess cream cheese, on this one bagel that I bought without the cream cheese. And normally, there's always more than enough cream cheese that they give you on one bagel to spread to two bagels. Very cost-effective way to get a very delicious, very fulfilling breakfast on the cheap. So you can feed two people for under $6. Also, another note about New York City bagels, eat them right away. Do not try to travel with them, they get stale really quick. As soon as you get them, devour them. All right, another place to get a great meal, like a super filling meal for cheap, is basically at any bodega in New York City. By the way, Jesse's joining me now. Did you know this? You go to any bodega in New York City, you're gonna find a good deal.
Yeah.
Wow, it's a it's a 99-cent store now. This was the bodega I grew up eating. Like, I literally work around the corner, so I would come here and eat. Oh wow. We'll just find another one. All right, this one is just a block away. Let's go in here. Any bodega. Bacon and cheese on a roll with some ketchup. Salt and pepper, please. Thank you. Toasted. Yeah, thanks. Can we put some bacon on there too? Yes, put some bacon on there too. Thank you. What you do at these bodegas is so incredible. So anything you see here, paninis, any sort of cheese, any of these ingredients, this guy will make it for you whatever way you want it. Is that right, sir? Oh, yes. Whatever you want. This maestro will put it together. New York City, man. Here? New York City. Yeah, New York City. You get whatever you want. It's open 24 hours a day. I had a guy who used to go to one of these places. He would ask for mashed potatoes with pasta, with meatballs. But that's the thing, like whatever you want, you guys will make it. So there you go. Come to New York City, come to one of these places. so much, sir. Appreciate it. Thank you. Besides getting sandwiches, this is literally where a lot of New Yorkers just shop for groceries. And these things are on almost every single street corner. Bacon, egg, and cheese, $4.50. I do want to say there are these carts that line on New York City streets on weekdays. And you can probably get like one of these sandwiches, maybe without the bacon. I don't know if they have bacon. I think it's just an egg and cheese. They have bacon. I think those are around $2.50, $3. I think with bacon, I think it's a little more expensive. So around $3-4, you can get a really good egg sandwich in New York City. This is the cheap thing to eat. When I was on a budget, I would eat either a bagel or one of these every single morning, or maybe a combo of both.
Yeah, had this every day before work.
Because they sell this everywhere, and they will have specials sometimes, like $3 for like a sandwich and a coffee or something like that.
Cheers.
Fresh egg, melted cheese, bacon on a fluffy, chewy roll for like $3-4 or at McDonald's. I don't know how McDonald's exists in the city. Like for breakfast.
This over McDonald's, 100%.
Why would you even go? You love eggs, bacon. Why would you even consider McDonald's?
I don't know what it is about this roll, but it's like chewy and soft and so good.
I feel like an itch has been scratched, like somewhere in my body, that's just reserved for this cheap but delicious egg cheese sandwich. Ready for the next stop?
Let's go.
Next one's gonna be so good. Lavender latte. I'm usually not into coffee at all, but I had to pee. So, and this is good. Of course, pizza is something I love to eat in New York City, and if you're here and you love pizza and you're on a budget, well, it's okay, because a lot of places, it's only $1. Yeah, thank you.
That's it?
That's it.
$2.
Add a little crushed red pepper and some garlic powder.
This is really good. I need at least a slice of pizza a week.
A week? This is like a daily thing for me when I used to live here.
You eat this every day.
Yeah, you eat it every single day.
That's a lot.
Back when I had like maybe $10 to spend a day on food. You got the New York fold. That is so good.
So good.
For a bloody dollar. Dollar pizza in New York is better than expensive pizza in most other places. It's about the New York water. That's what makes the pizza so good.
Why?
We have the cleanest water in all the cities in the country. Toasty, crushed, melty cheese, sweet crushed tomatoes with little bits of chili flakes. It's subtly sweet, very cheesy, so incredibly thin. This thing looks like it's been on keto his whole life. It's not like a small, tiny piece of pizza. It's a massive piece of pizza. $1. Also, you know what's incredible about this? It's been $1 for like over a decade.
The pie is $8.
Yeah, they haven't raised their prices.
No.
It's been the same price since I came into the city, which was like close to 20 years ago. Is it raining or is some?
It's raining.
I hope it was raining. I was like, if that's not rain. When you walk around New York City, you will get dripped on by these little drips of mysterious water. They even did a news report one year to show that the water is safe. Did you know that?
No.
And it came from these air conditioning units. So the reporter actually like had to drop into his mouth to prove that it was safe. And I'm just watching this, I'm going, what if at that moment a pigeon flew overhead? Next place we're going to, I've never been there before. Heard great things. You like Indian food?
I love Indian food.
Oh my God, okay, so we're making a quick pit stop because have you ever had an egg cream before?
I had one a long time ago.
You know what it is? It's such an iconic New York thing. It's horrible for you. I think we should get one.
Let's do it.
Yeah, that's the stuff. Ah, thank you. All right, if you never had an egg cream, there's no egg and there's no cream. There is milk. So it's milk, syrup, and then sparkling water. It's a super iconic New York drink. Probably not the best for you. This one thing probably contains enough calories as my slice of pizza or more. But if you're in New York, Gotta get one. It's like a Hershey's milk with bubbles. What do you think?
It's a chocolate milk.
It's good. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. It's good. Egg cream. There you go. Also, $2.75, under $5. When you see an ATM in front of an establishment, you know that place only takes cash. So you can get a small bowl with rice for $5.50. Dessert? Heck yeah, baby. Punjabi groceries in Delhi. This is a really popular place for super inexpensive Indian food. That is so good.
It's spicy though, right?
That is so good. That is marvelous sauce. I mean, it looks small, but it's like a hefty container. It's so creamy, and yeah, it's spicy as heck, but it's so creamy and nice, and such a great, you know, spinachy flavor.
It needs more rice.
Yeah, they don't give you a lot of rice, but I mean, I'm glad.
They give a lot of sauce.
A lot of sauce, a lot of the veg. Mmm,
How's your other one?
it's so good.
Potato and green pepper.
All right, I'm gonna give some to you. It's so good. You eat whatever you're eating right now. I'm gonna share some of my potatoes and pepper with you.
Share it.
It's, God, it's so good. Okay, put this all in your mouth.
The whole thing?
Whole
Is
thing.
it spicy?
Nope, just do it.
Mmm.
Right?
That's so good.
That was the best thing. That's better than the sauce. Just creamy, like the potato just turns into like a mashy, all spiced up from all the masala, and the pepper is sweet and smoky. If you like spicy, which I do, the saag is great. I'm down with this place though.
I like it. I want to try their other dishes. I think they have 7 different vegetarian dishes.
Yeah, and they probably change it up depending on, I guess, what's available too.
Good.
It's a legit place. No wonder so many people like it. Never heard of it before. I was searching around for a really inexpensive Indian place in Manhattan. Because this video, I'm only doing Manhattan. I'll do Queens and Brooklyn and other places. Like, there's so many cheapies all around New York City. Rice pudding time. This place is killing me with how good it is. Yo, Jesse,
I want to try some.
come try the rice pudding. Wow.
That is delicious.
Yo, that
It's
thing.
so creamy. And it's not too sweet.
Rice is perfect texture.
really good.
Creamy and also so fragrant.
How much was this, Mike?
$2. We got a $1 dessert because some guy next to us was like, "You need to get this. It's only $1." Here, try it.
You try it first.
No, no, go.
It's like a grainy texture.
It's like a mung bean cake.
Yeah.
Yeah, mung bean cake.
Yeah.
That's good.
It's kind of like dried peanut butter.
It's not as good as the rice pudding
Yeah,
though.
the rice pudding's the bomb.
You definitely need some water. This is super sweet. This is like typical Indian dessert. It's super sweet. Oh my gosh,
It
go
looks
to
like a
this deli.
bodega.
No, it's a bodega. That's what I'm saying. All the best cheap foods in New York City, they all reside in bodegas. Go to your local bodega. When we're talking about cheap eats in New York City, you cannot exclude Chinatown. And this place was closed, unfortunately. Best deal for dumplings, Fuzhou cuisine. Probably, in my opinion, the best boiled dumplings in all of Manhattan. They still sell the frozen ones at their store. I'm gonna go get some frozen ones. I don't care. I need these dumplings today. But we'll get some other stuff first because lugging around frozen dumplings, that's heavy. This is a very traditional Hong Kong diner place. B's here again. Do you want the space? You want to just take over? You want to sit here? I'm sure when I have food, you're going to be back, aren't you? Anyway, traditional Hong Kongese dishes. Each dish, not expensive, about $7, $8 for a massive portion of food. We got a bunch of stuff. And we got the baked rice. Baked rice?
Chicken baked with some Portuguese white sauce on it with cheese. And we got a chicken one and we got a pork one.
And then we also got some what?
We got a soy sauce noodle.
Soy sauce noodle. So everything's like $7 or $8. And also Hong Kong milk tea. This is Jesse's recommendation for cheap eats.
I like this. I've been here so many times. It's good.
Right.
I feel like it tastes like the ones in Hong Kong.
Yeah, soy sauce noodle, okay. And we got the traditional Hong Kong milk tea. This looks crazy. It looks like a casserole.
What do you think of my choice?
noodle salad. This is lu mian, basically. It tastes like lu mian, which are like steamed noodles. This is good. I've had similar noodles like this, and this is actually one of my favorite types of noodles growing up. My grandma, my mom made this all the time. The texture is super chewy. It's a great mouthfeel. And it is going to be oily. I call it a Cantonese glaze, or I call it a Cantonese glisten. I think a little hot oils would be even better. I'm really intrigued by this baked rice. I've never had a baked rice before. Like, good Lord, this is a lot. So this is like curry chicken baked rice. Honestly, it's not bad. I mean, this is a heavy dish. That is a heavy dish.
The chicken is really tender and juicy.
The chicken is tender. I'm just surprised, even though I lift weights, that I can lift this thing. I mean, it's cheese and rice and chicken and potatoes and carrots. If you want to spend like $7.50, $8 and just be completely stuffed, it's a good way to go. Oh, this one's crazy. This is like a pork parm over rice. Holy but Jesus. If you wonder what that tastes like, basically a pork katsu or pork parm drizzled in tomato sauce and cheese over rice. That's exactly what it is. I mean, it is hefty, it's filling, and it is good though. Have you ever eaten one of these and survived?
I've never eaten this by myself. I've always shared.
Because this is crazy heavy.
Oh yeah.
That's the genius of it. Like if you just taste the rice underneath this parm thing, it's got a little bits of tomato sauce, little bits of cheese. I mean, fried rice mixed with those elements, it's actually really good. Go check this place out. So we're gonna buy some zhongzi. You want a zhongzi?
Yeah.
Okay. Zhongzi is this sticky rice wrapped in lotus leaf. Such a popular food item. It can be savory or sweet. Oh, it is so inexpensive. So the steam rolls they have is only $1.25 per, and the zhongzi is $3 for one. Oh my God. This place is so popular now. This is, of course, another cheap eat place in Chinatown. Well, probably one of the most popular ones now. Got so much publicity. Waffle number one. How much is their rice over, pork over rice? $4.50. When I first came here, it was like $3, but still a good price. But yeah, if you want really good, inexpensive roast pork over rice, that's where you go. And of course, right there, the rice ball place I featured in my last Chinatown video. $3 for a nice, delicious, very substantial rice ball. This is the place to get the frozen dumplings for that really good Fuzhou dumpling house. Ooh, $11 for 50. So that's 22 cents per dumpling around. Close to 5 dumplings per dollar. That's a pretty good deal. Let's go boil these up. Jesse had to leave and I'm gonna go home, but one more meal. One more. And this one is one of the most anticipated because I haven't had this in years. So if you go to New York City, there's tons of halal carts spread across the city and you need to try this. And every year it seems like there's a new one that's the favorite. It was halal guys for a while when I was here. Adel's Famous is becoming really popular as well. And what this is, if you never had it, it's chicken and lamb. And they put it over yellow rice with white sauce, green sauce, red sauce. And this red sauce, the chili sauce is really spicy, so be careful when you're getting this. But you can get a mix of chicken and lamb. I always just opt for the lamb, which is the more expensive option. So this is $7. I think this thing, when I first got to New York, was like $4 for a massive plate. But right now it's $7. Always ask them to drench it in white sauce. It is not a New York experience without having this. This is so good. I love this as much as I love New York pizza. As a New Yorker, we're all sort of addicted to this and we all love these carts. It's just such a quick, no fuss, satisfying, delicious, inexpensive meal. Roasted lamb is just remarkably tender and flavorful. There's so many spices that goes into this. Every part of this dish is just ridiculous amount of flavor. The white sauce, of course, nice and creamy. And then you gotta get the chili sauce for some additional kick. And that balances out the creaminess of this dish. And I couldn't always afford it. So what I would do was on Fridays usually for the weekend, I would go to one of these places and I would get 2 orders. And I would always ask for an additional $1 of meat, which they load on for me. And I would take it home and just have a massive meal of lamb over rice. I mean, nothing I had today is really healthy. And even though this thing, they give you a little salad, it's definitely not good for you, but it's one of the most deliciously satisfying things you can buy in the city. I remember coming to New York when I was 22 years old. Again, I was filming weddings, so I was making on average like $200 a day. I was working maybe 4 times a month, maximum 6 times a month, so wasn't making a lot. Most of the money went to rent, so I had to be very frugal in terms of what I was eating. But luckily, New York City, again, not a cheap place to live, but you can find so many delicious, inexpensive things to eat. I know New York City is known for Michelin star restaurants and James Beard award-winning chefs, but do not miss out on these delicious cheap eats. All right, we gotta go home before it gets dark. You know how the ghosts at my house don't like it when I come home too late? We'll go. My friends own this farm, this massive farm, so brought the dumplings over. Gotta share, it's like 50, 60 dumplings. I can't eat it all. Well, I could, but it's not good. I'm slowly turning into a dumpling, so I kind of want to slow down the progression. This is pretty cool. I'm gonna eat dumplings and zhongzi here. So if you guys never had a zhongzi before, this is very traditional Chinese. So you unwrap it, and as you unwrap it, just sniff that. Oh, so good. Sexy undress. There you go. And I got 2 flavors. One of them is peanut and one is green bean. Oh, this has meat. Oh, I thought it was gonna be sweet zhongzi. I haven't had sweet zhongzi in a long time. This is savory zhongzi. So southern zhongzi, it's savory. Northern zhongzi, it's sweet. And I think this is peanut and meat. This is so good. It's not peanut and meat. It's salted egg. Salted egg and meat.
I'm not a celebrity.
Oh, this peanut one is great too. Wow, peanut and meat. Oh, you guys need to try this. I underestimated how good this zhongzi is. All right, this is the rice roll that I got for like $1.25.
Really?
You gotta dip this in something. I think hot oil and soy sauce, and this would be really good. Otherwise, it's kind of tasteless. But overall, it's pretty nice. The texture is really good. Little hoisin sauce.
Oh.
A little soy. Those will be, well, even as is, it's not bad.
Really?
No. Oh, look at how thin the skin is, how plump and juicy the insides are. That's so good.
That's it?
That's so good. Beautiful on the outside, beautiful on the inside. When you guys look for a girlfriend in the future, that's what you want to look for, okay?
He thinks he's beautiful inside and outside. He just said that.
That's confidence, my little man. This is how we're eating dumplings right now. How's the dumpling?
Really good.
Really good? You didn't even bite it. Oh, actually, bite it. Tell me.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really good? All right, okay. Best dumpling you ever had?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, anyway, I'm going to go. We got a lot of dumplings to eat, so thanks for watching, guys.